right, good morning everybody. It is about 6:38 a.m. here, OMAR 2026 on Saturday. Gorillanerds getting ready for the check-in at 7, pre-race meeting at 8:30, and race will kick off at 9.
Enough fun. Because 10 hours isn't enough fun.
Yeah, gotta get shit in here.
Yeah.
Did you guys spin, Stu?
Not yet. I'm going to let Chris get it off.
Come on.
All right, let's see what we got.
Full spin.
Come on, come on.
You pick.
Oh! All right, it's on you,
Well,
brother.
you're holding your helmet, so
Yeah.
bike it is.
Make sure you get your bike punch cards, sir.
All right.
And y'all need these to put on your front
Yep.
ear bikes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
103. Thank you.
We can attempt the paddleboard challenge once, but it's done here.
Yep, that's all the paddle boards at the lake.
Yeah. After completing the 10-hour course, we check in.
All right, folks, it is 8:42, and behind me you can see we still have a good number of people getting in line. Everybody has to get their punch card for their first discipline, their trackers. We spun the wheel. We will be doing the bike first.
Oak Mountain has been an unusual place for us. It's been such an amazing trip.
Wait. There we go. It is 9:16 and we are heading out OMAR 2026 on the bike. Lockers, let's go! All right, now we are on the trail system. All right, we're going after 17.
You're gonna go straight up, you wanna veer left. What's your clue? Probably hilltop or tree.
It is 9:35. We are coming up on our first checkpoint, which is CP 17, 17 and 77. 77. All right, let's just confirm that we are headed out. Good luck, guys. Y'all be safe. All right, we are leaving 17, headed back to the bikes. Okay, so we're back on the bikes. We're headed to 18. As you can see, we're going down some mostly down hills, kind of rolling hills. Not a lot of uphill climbs, so I think this is going to probably be the wisest decision. And we'll check in when we get to 18. Clue is rock pile. It's going to be back over here at the top of the hill at the overlook. All right, shortcut. There's Chris making his way down.
Well, here's where we're at. I'm walking. Stewart's riding. Going up a steep elevation. Trying not to wear myself out on the first huge climb of the day so that I don't kill my legs. It looks like it's gonna level off, and then, I don't know if you can see it out there in the distance, that's what we're going to the top of.
Wait. All right, it's about 10:06. We are still climbing the hill on this hard ball from 17 to 18. You see Chris back there behind me, trying to not wear ourselves out. We're not quite even an hour in and got 23 hours to go.
2 more times.
And we have to do it 2 more times. 1 more trek and 1 more bike.
Well, me and Stewart still climbing. Well, maybe we're done climbing. We're about to get our second point. We're an hour into it.
All right, we're coming up on the overlook pull-off right here. See some rocks ahead. That should be where our checkpoint 18 is. And it is 16 minutes after 10. Let's see if we can find this flag. All right, it's gonna be checkpoint 18, corresponding tag number 78. And tag 78, 18, and we are punched and verified. We are out of here. All right, next attack point. All right, we just got checkpoint 18, just giving y'all a view of the ridge here.
We got 18. We're heading to 19. About to come into this little gate. Have to navigate a little bit. It looks like it's changed up from last year, so that's interesting. Maybe it'll be a little clearer which way we need to go.
All right, it's 10:24. We just did a quick map check. There's actually 3 roads. This is the middle of the 3 trails. All right, so it's 10:27. Picking up on my update back for a minute ago, we had to, so I had to pause and make some nav decisions. We're gonna keep on this path, and we'll jump over here on the single track here in maybe a few hundred yards. All right, we're coming up on 19. '19 is 46. Punched, verified, and back in the bag. All right, guys, as we did earlier, you can see that we are going down the hill again, because we're going to be walking our bikes anyway, walking it through a bunch of switchbacks. So why not walk it straight down, line of sight, and just go make the direct connection. So this is not as bad as some areas, but we're taking a shortcut. Whoa, big hole. All right, here's Chris coming down.
Stewart's going to get that point. It's right over there. I'm holding bikes. We are now going after 20, moving up to 21.
Okay, and corresponding number 80, and it is CP20, punched and verified. (11:06). We are on our way to 21, which is also a re-entrant. We had a good quick find on 20. Hey, good job. All right, 10 after 11, we are on the way to 21. All right, 21 corresponds to 12, which is 12. And we are punched, verified, and out of here. All right, it is 11:45. We are at the hilltop, and this should be 20. Oh, I'm so tired, I can't remember. It's 22, ID number 8. And there it is, 228. And we are out of here. 23 is a creek. All right, here's a creek, my friends. All right, it's 12:09. It's been 19 minutes since we left the last checkpoint. This is checkpoint 23, corresponds to tag number 26. We were concerned about, well, this actually says 38. So we're nowhere in the right location, and this is ID 38. So I am punching 38 in CP23, and I'm gonna punch it down here at the bottom and write down that that's number 38. So there's no doubt we're in the right spot. All right, it's 12:14. We're back on the hardball. We just got 23. Heading back to the TA. All right, it's 12:22. We're going into the Yellow Trail system, and this keeps us off the, what I call the forbidden road that we're not allowed to travel on, which is John Finley Drive proper. So we did take the right exit off of the main road for safety reasons, and we are on the proper trail and crossing a nice little bridge. All right, should be 24 ID 29, 24 ID 29, check. Punch. 24. Okay, it is 12:35, and we just picked up CP24. Now we're on our way to next checkpoint. We're gonna go up here and cross the hardball. It'll be John Finley Drive, which we can't travel on, but we can cross. There'll be a body of water on our left. We'll make a couple little horseshoes, and it'll be off to our right off the trail just a little bit. We are crossing John Finley Drive. This is actually a road we're not allowed to travel on, but we can cross. So waiting on this traffic here, and I'll get across, catch up with Chris, and we will move on to the next checkpoint. We'll go up here and make a couple of quick turns, and we should be at the next checkpoint. Coming up on number 25, ID 78. All right, y'all got to give a thumbs up to the camera. What's your name?
Miles.
Miles, and Roxy. Okay. Well, nice to meet y'all. All right, keep going. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. There's the golf course. Well, ain't that a change? Up here on top of the little dam. There's me behind the camera most of the time. And we will be paddling this lake here after the bike, starting way down there and coming all the way up here. There's points right there where we just got the last checkpoint's actually a double point. So that is what we get to look forward to. All right, we're looking for 26 that corresponds to 8. It's 8. This is it.
Well, we got one more checkpoint and then we'll be back to start finish. We're going to transition over to the paddle. Try to knock that out.
All right, it's 127. We are headed up to CP number 27, actually the last one on this ticket.
We're picking up the last checkpoint on the first bike.
And 76. That is confirmed. And we are punched out all the way. All right, we got it, Chris. Get home, my friend. All right, it's 1:45. Gorillanerds are checking in from the bike. I'm gonna go in here and get my punch card swapped. Let's go!
What number or which discipline would you like to do that?
I think we were gonna paddle next. Yeah, paddle.
All right, we're transitioning to the paddle. We're still clearing. We'll definitely clear the paddle, but we'll see about the rest of the course. Doing pretty good though. 4 hours, 30 minutes in.
All right, 2:04. We are transitioning on our way to the paddle. We have drinks. We will not go thirsty. This thing's so tight. Oh, 78. Twelve is a re-entrant all the way back down there on the right across from the beach.
Yeah, so we know where 12 is.
There we go, there's 13. Which corresponds to 1. And there it is. 13 and 1. All right, there it is, my friend. All right, it is 2:46. We're getting ready to portage. We've got a trek to number, what number, Chris? To 16, so we're gonna actually portage and take off our life vest. And for those of y'all that watch C2C, I'm wearing shoes. We're out of the boat and we are going after 16. Estimate it's about a mile hike. We are coming up on 16. Exactly like it said. All you had to do was follow the creek, and look at here. And 16 corresponds to 36. And that is correct. 16, 36. And we are out of here. All right, 303. We're back in the boat, heading south. All right, we are sitting here on the edge of the dam. We just came from over there. We've been up there, up there, up there. Because we're on such a steep embankment here, Chris went to get this checkpoint, which is really just right here behind me. So, just so I don't have to let the boat go.
All right, so there is 15. Stewart's watching the boat. Punch card. It's back in there.
All right, all right, all right. We are rocking and rolling. Okay, this is cross references to 96. Quill is re-entering. Coming out to 14. $14.86. $14.86. Okay, got it. Yep.
I'm telling in any direction if you want.
Yep. Yes, we're clear. Clear on the paddle.
Yeah, all points. All right, 6 hours and like 10 minutes.
Excuse me, that's part of our race. That's part of our race.
Oh, sorry.
You can look at it. I just didn't want you to pull it. So there you go. Thank you. All right. It's 3:58, and me and Chris
Hey, did we get our 3 minutes?
got our trekking gear. We both got us pizza and a drink. I typically don't drink sodas, but I've learned that this crisp, refreshing lemon lime soda from the Coca-Cola company sure does make me feel good. That's where we just came in off the Canoe and the super awesome fast, if I say so myself, paddleboard.
So you see all this down here? It's gonna slice my legs up today because I didn't put on my leggings. I said, nah. I put on my gaiters, nah.
All right, here we are at 4:04 p.m. CP1, hilltop number 10, number 10. All right, we have got it. 2 is a saddle. Coming down. Gotcha. All right, it's about 4:13. We are on our way to checkpoint number 2 that is on a saddle. And we think it's gonna be right up in this area. So I'm gonna climb this little guy. Well, of course, Chris is too, he's right behind me. And see if we can produce a checkpoint. CP number 2, 22. Okay, here's Chris. We just had to hike up this business here to get to CP3, which is the water tank. All right, there it is. All right, this is corresponds 41 and CP3 41 water tank punched. Somebody left a trail map. All right, brother, we got it. That was brutal, but we did it.
Yeah. I thought I let us further enough in.
Oh, that's okay.
Because I was trying to come this way.
That was fine.
Well,
I have no problem with what we just did.
I do.
This is 4:56 p.m. on the track. You know, did a little bit of dead reckoning. Now we're back on the horse trail and heading to our next checkpoint, which, see what our clue is real quick, is Hog Pen Creek. But I think we're still a good ways away. Okay, this is number 4, corresponds to 81. 4 and 81. Okay. All right, good walk. Good luck. You too, brother. Keep it up.
We're right here.
Yeah.
We got to climb that and then continue down
To get where?
to 5.
So we would be climbing up this way.
Mm-hmm.
How else would we get there?
Go back the way we came and take the trail that we rode earlier.
Well,
We can cut through right here.
let's get that far back and maybe do a cut through. Maybe this ridge will come down. I think this is gonna be our best bet.
I know the camera doesn't give any perspective to this, but it is straight up climbing.
Yeah, I don't know if my horizon lock messes this up, but that is horribly steep. But we're doing it, guys. We are doing it.
We are halfway up to the top.
All right, it's 5:29. We dead reckoned up from checkpoint, I think it was 4 in Hog Pen Creek. I may have got the number wrong, sorry. Getting a little tired. We went up a little bit, dead reckoned up the hill, and now we're back on Johnson Ridge Trail, which is spot on with our calculations. So Getting a little bit tired, as you can hear. And Chris, we both got some sorry sticks, trying to help us a little bit.
Now hiking to the top of this mountain for the second time today to get a point. I can see it. We'll get this point, move on to the next. We're about an hour and 50 minutes until 10 hours up. So probably gonna
All right, here's number 77, corresponds to 5. Same one we did earlier. There you go, my friend. Thank you. We came from up there, and we're going up there. Trying to shave off a little time. Not have to go all the way down that ridge line and back. So. All right, good call.
give you all a little behind the scenes. What I gotta listen to, Stewart talking to his fans, updating the intranets, just yappity yap. Came out here for some peace and quiet. Instead, I'm over here with a TikToker.
All right, should be number 6, corresponding to actually punch 6. All right, so there's 6. Okay, there's the punch. All right, there we go. There's 6. All right, good job, good job.
Nope, still walking. We've been walking now for 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. 2 hours and 30 minutes.
All right, we're trekking. Hey, hey. Everybody say hey.
Yeah.
There we are.
Still walking.
There's our camp. We're walking by on our way to 10. It's about 6:33. There's start finish. So we're gonna run up here and get 10 and hope to be back here in about 30 minutes. So we're gonna take a hard reset. We need to take care of ourselves. And so we're gonna probably take about a 30-minute transition, reset everything. And that'll allow us to push through the night and still having a great race.
Well, now that my TikTok teenager's done talking, we'll have a real conversation. Let me tell you, these mountains suck. It's been hot. I had to drop points because Stewart's he's dragging me down, moving slow.
Kept my shoes on though.
He kept his shoes on. So, but for real, we're going to get 10. We're coming back.
All right, it is 6:39 and we are coming into the green trail on our way to checkpoint 10. Well, just didn't want y'all to miss out on another climb. I feel like we're always just going uphill. 6:47. All right, it's 6:50. This should be CP10, ID number 90, and that is confirmed. 10 is punched. All right, Chris, let's go. All right, 7:05. We are coming in to check in, swap our punch card for the next leg.
Whenever you guys are ready with your bin,
Yep.
make sure you just put it over there where the pins keep truck.
Okay, Ben Pinsky. All right. Do we need to let you know when we leave? Good. Everything good? Everybody having a good time? Awesome.
So the 10-hour race is completed. They're all celebrating. I'm laying in the dirt, staring at the skies, contemplating my decisions. Some pizza.
All right, Gorillanerds, headed out.
All right.
See you there.
Go get it.
We got it. We are headed out on the bike. Off we go into the wild black yonder. You ain't first, you last. And now we start the treacherous uphill that we will be cussing about for the next hour.
So, going back up the hill. So we're at 200 feet so far of elevation climb or gain since we left the TA. 30 minutes in, 0 checkpoints, climbed 475 feet and 2.3 miles. Still going uphill. All right, finally coming up to the top of the hill. Now we got to go find a point.
All right, it is 8:52. We're looking for CP7, and we have found it. Punch out. All right, and it's 83. All right, we are back down. This pole right here is Red Road. This is the same service road that we took earlier, went through the gate on the morning trek, or excuse me, the morning bike. So we are getting on Red Road and heading to CP29. All right, it's 9:08. Still running on the red trail. We're looking for an intersection of orange, just as a reference point.
Hopefully this takes us where we need to go.
.940. Try to get out here where y'all can see a little bit. And we're still on our way to CP29, which is a shelter, discussing some hard decisions about some other points that we might shave off before TA, for I guess what I'm calling TA1 or the Northern TA. All right, here we are, 29, shelter. Should correspond to, we got it right here, 22, that is a check.
Well, actually enjoying some downhill right now. It's rocky, it's rough, but it's not climbing.
Hang on, I got to cross. Okay, just verifying. 93, 93 is 30.
So we're 9 miles in on the second bike. We have 3 venues left, so we need to make sure we got time to do all those.
10:16, we just got on John Finley Drive, and we are cutting a couple points up here for time and making our way to the northern TA, TA1. Well, that came up quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to blind y'all. 10:42. We're leaving on the trek from the northern TA, TA2, whatever you would call it. Getting some drinks, and double fisting some potato chips, and we're gonna keep on after it, having a good run. You can hear them getting boats ready in the background. There's people coming back in from the trek. Nice. 97. Knob. This is 39. Knob. All right, I'm listening. I'm through. Oh, you lost the sticker. That's what's called dead reckoning in the dark, folks. Got CP39 at the knob. And now we're trying to get back down to the trail by not having to go back through that deadfall at that re-entrant. We're getting there. All right, it's 11:14. We just got through bushwhacking through a whole lot of deadfall. We're back on the trail. That was pretty brutal. Okay, it's 11:34, coming up on creek intersection. Should be CP38, number 87, and it is. And we are punched there, and we're out of here. Yeah. 27 corresponds to 34, ridge line. 27. All right, next CP. Keep going, get 33. Yep.
35.
So we get 33 and see what the terrain looks like. Go back, get 35, and then come back this way. Keep an eye out. You see them? Oh.
And briars.
I got it.
Okay, it's 1:06 a.m. and we are finally here. Oh my goodness. Oh. This is number 99, which is number 37, which is 99. All right, we got you. All right. What can I do next? Not fall in the creek. 127. And we are starting to dead reckon off the trail back down into the creek bed. All right. We found it on the creek. Okay. This is number 75, which corresponds to 35. All right, we got it, my friend. All right, and our next number for a clue is 30. 33 is a hilltop. Okay.
Currently on another hilltop, looking for a point.
All right, this was a tough one, but we made it. Verify number 11. It's 33. 33. Hilltop. We absolutely want a hilltop. All right, good find, Chris. Okay. 87. 87 and 42. Ouch. All right, a little bit to the right. All right, hold what you got. All right, this is ID 44 is 40, okay. 4 here, okay. You get the punch secured, and then let me grab my water. All right, hold. Punch. 93 is 41. Come on. Yep, that does.
So we're done with the actual paddle portion.
We can carry in the canoe. .514. We are getting on the trailhead here. All right, it's 529. The first bite point. Okay, 43. All right, 43. All right, we're giving y'all a 548 check-in. We're on our way to CP 44, which was 23 that we got earlier. A lot of these points are duplicates, but they're using them on different legs. So we are worn out, but we are pushing through. We're going to hopefully try to pick up all the rest of these points before we get back to the start and finish. Sun should be coming up here shortly, warming up. Give us a little boost of energy.
nighttime bike riding. Time to get back. Pick up a few more checkpoints along the way.
All right, here we are. This is 36 is the ID number. I actually had to switch it earlier. So this is 8644. 8636. All right, what number should this be? ID number 8. I'm getting delirious. 45, 46. That's 12. Okay, everything is punching so far. All right, should be 47. $47. All right, 47.
So currently got 47, moving to the intersection where decision point on either going back to the finishing or trying to get one more point. We're going to decide once we get there and see how much time we have.
All right, 7:41. This is where we need to be. And we are across.
Moving to 48. Crossed over the road. So hopefully it cut a little time off.
Okay, it's about 7:45. We have made a game-changing decision. We have an hour and a half to get to 48 on the hilltop and get back to the TA, start finish. All right, 7:52. This is 48, the last punch. OMAR 2026, my friends. 1:48. Okay, there you have it. That is it. Entire punch card is punched.
And I've really ridden 2 points off before
I have. All right, it is 8:01. We just got 48 that we did not plan to get, maybe about a mile. I'm not sure from TA for start finish. So we will get there with time to spare. Had some tough moments overnight, but we've hit our second wind and we're making it happen.
Okay, it is 8:05. We are on John Finley Drive, headed towards the start finish. OMAR 2026, Gorillanerds. We are pushing it in, maybe about half a mile, give or take, to get to the TA start finish, and we are gonna wrap it up.
So I've been angry, I've been mad, I've been sad. Now I'm gonna be joyful when it's over.
Woo! Yes, yes, yes.